Hello, boys and girls. It is Mrs. Daly. I am coming on for a reading lesson. We are going to read one of our new stories for May, and we're going to do some comprehension questions. We'll practice looking at the cover and making predictions and kind of analyzing the story while we go, and talk about some story elements as well. Okay, so let's dive right in. Okay, so our new story for this month is Who Do We Look Like? So I want you to turn to whoever you're watching the video with at home, and if you're by yourself, you can just tell Miss Daly, that's fine. But if I look at this cover, it says, Who do we look like? And I look at the pictures, I want you to talk about what you think this story might be about. Let's make a prediction. What will this story be about? I want you to take a minute and tell me, or tell whoever you're watching with. All right, good. Some good ideas I hear. So I heard everybody talking about how cute these little baby animals were. And if we're talking about what we look like, maybe we'll see who the animal's parents are, maybe. That would be my prediction, because they're showing us pictures of babies, and then it says, who do we look like? So maybe my prediction is that this story will be about the parents of these animals in our picture. So let's take a second and talk about what animals we have. So let me turn on my spotlight so that you guys know where I'm pointing. So here, what animal is this? Very good, it's a giraffe, good. And then what about this one in the middle? An elephant. And then this little guy over here, he's so cute. What is he? A penguin, yeah. It's hard to tell he's a penguin because his body's white. So maybe we'll learn about why his body's white. What do you know what this animal is down here? Good, a beaver, yeah. He's the one that lives in the river, and they use the sticks to build a dam to stop the water from flowing. And then this guy over here, what animal is he? A kangaroo, very good. So let's go ahead and start reading. So remind Miss Daly, good listeners look like what? Our ears are open, our mouths are closed, and our eyes are on either the story or Miss Daly, okay? Wonderful job. Here we go. I have skin that is gray and wrinkled. I have big ears. I have a long trunk. Who do I look like? So we're learning all these different things about how he looks. So when we look at him, what kind of animal did we say he looks like? Yeah, he looks like an elephant, right? He has a big, long trunk. He's got big ears, and his skin is gray. So I think he's an elephant. What do you guys think at home? Thumbs up if you agree, thumbs down if you think it's a different animal. Yeah, I see everybody with thumbs up. So let's see what it says. There it is. I look like my mother. My mother is an elephant. I am a baby elephant. All right, so was Miss Daly's prediction correct that we would learn about the animal's parents? Yeah, it was, right? And I think some of you had that idea at home as well, so great job. All right, so we have a baby elephant and a mommy elephant. Let's see our next animal. I have thick fur, so that's this part of his body. It's like hair, but it's called fur. I have big teeth for cutting trees. I have a wide, flat tail. Who do I look like? So he's telling us all about who he looks like. And let's make a guess. What animal is this? A beaver. Very good. So I look like my father. My father is a beaver. I am a baby beaver. Awesome job, guys. Okay. I have a long neck. I have long legs. I have a long tongue that I use to grab leaves. Who do I look like? Okay, so let's look at this animal. What kind of animal is he? Very good. He's a giraffe. So let's see what his mommy or daddy looks like. I look like my mother. My mother is a giraffe. I am a baby giraffe. That's awesome. Good job. I have black and white feathers that look like a tux. A tux is a fancy way to say tuxedo, and that's the suit that people wear to fancy events, kind of like weddings or sometimes for funerals, or when you go to a dance when you're in high school, you would wear a tuxedo. I have flippers instead of wings. I have a beak for catching fish. Who do I look like? So what kind of animal is this? A penguin. Very good. I look like my father. My father is a penguin. I am a baby penguin. Right, last animal. I have strong back legs for jumping. I have big back feet and a big tail. I sleep in a pouch. Who do I look like? So what animal is this? Very good, a kangaroo. I look like my mother. My mother is a kangaroo. I am a baby kangaroo. We are baby animals and we look like our parents. The end. All right, so I want you to take a minute and think about who you look like at your house, because sometimes we look like more than just our parents. Miss Daly, for example, a lot of people tell me that I look a lot like my mom, but I also, my son, little Eric, he looks like his daddy, but he also looks like my grandpa. So he might look like mommy and daddy, but he also looks like his grandma and grandpa before him, right? Or my grandpa before him. So I want you to take a minute and think about who you look like from your house. Sometimes brothers and sisters look similar, sometimes mom and dad. So take a minute and talk to whoever you're watching with, or you can tell Miss Daly, who do you look like at home? Cool. I see lots of people who say, everybody tells me I look just like this person. That's what happens when you're a little kid. Sometimes we all tell you, you look just like your mommy, or you look just like your daddy. And these animals are the same way. So let's go ahead and check our questions. I put the story back at the beginning because good readers go back in the story to find their answers, okay? So what is this whole story about? Remember, that's the main idea, what the whole story is about. So our choices are young plants, baby animals, or animal trainers. So with your finger, I want you to touch the answer. I'm not even going to go back in the story because I think you guys got this one, right? What did we read about today? Did we read about young plants, baby animals, or animal trainers? Great job. Yeah, all about baby animals, right?
Baby animals.
Great job. All right, let's check the next question. Who does the baby elephant look like? So who does the elephant look like? Was it his mom, his aunt, or a bird? So let's go back in the story just to be sure, okay? We're gonna find the picture of the elephant. So here's our elephant. It says, who do I look like? So who did the elephant look like? Well, let's read our first sentence and find out. I look like my mother. Okay, so with your finger, can you find the answer to this question? Who does the baby elephant look like? Beautiful job. He looks like his mom.
Mother.
Great job. Okay, who does the baby beaver look like? So does the beaver look like a flower, his father, or his uncle? Well, let's go back in the story and find our friend the baby beaver. Here he is, and here is him with his father. Very good. The first word says, I look like my father. So let's go back to the questions. With your finger, can you find the word father and touch it? Beautiful job. You guys are awesome.
Father.
Okay, we 2 more questions. What do penguins have for catching fish? So what part of the penguin's body do they use to catch fish, excuse me? Do they use their beak, which is kind of like their mouth? Do they use their arms, or do they use their trunk? Well, we could go back in the story and look, but some of these answers are funny and we could cross them out, right? So let me get my pen, and which one is funny that we could cross out because we know that penguins don't have that? Yeah, I see lots of you guys pointing here, right? Elephants have a trunk, a long trunk, like a nose. Birds don't have those, right? The penguin doesn't have a trunk, so it doesn't make sense that he would use that to catch any fish. What else is a funny answer? Yeah, we have arms, right? We have arms, but do penguins have arms? No, they have flippers, right? So that's silly. So that leaves me only with one choice, right? So what does a penguin use to catch fish? They use their beak. That part of their, it's like their mouth and nose mixed together, a beak.
Beak.
Beautiful job. All right, last question. Which animal has strong back legs for jumping? So which animal jumps, has strong legs for jumping? Well, there's one we could cross out because it's silly, right? Which one is the silly one? Very good. A fish, because fish don't have legs. So that doesn't make any sense. So that leaves our giraffe and our kangaroo. So let's go back in the story.
I look like my
Whoops.
father. My father.
Sorry, guys. Let's find what comes next. So here's the giraffe. It says he has a long neck, he has long legs, and he has a long tongue that he uses to grab leaves. I don't see anything about jumping. I do see that he has long legs. So let's go and check the kangaroo and see what that one says. There's our kangaroo. It says, I have strong back legs for jumping. All right, so which one? Which animal has strong back legs for jumping? Very good, the kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
Awesome job, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this story today. You did a great job of listening and going through the questions with me. I will do some more lessons on some comprehension activities for this story, since this is one of our stories for May, so we'll see this story a couple more times. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.